Hey, my crypto fellow people. How are you today? Welcome back to my channel, where we dive deep into the world of cryptocurrencies and trading strategies. Today, we're going to talk about an important phenomenon in the Bitcoin ecosystem, the Bitcoin halving, and some of the Bitcoin analysis. If you're up to understanding what drives Bitcoin's value, and how these halving could play into your trading playbook, stick with us a little bit. And if you enjoy our deep dive sessions, don't forget to smash that like button and hit subscribe. Your support is our lifeline here, helping us to keep bringing you the insight that matters. Oh, we can see that Bitcoin is like jumping here around. Well, before we get into it, I'd like to share a note with you. This content is for educational and informational purposes only. I'm not a financial advisor, and this is not financial advice. What I do is that I share my personal opinions, my personal calculation, and TA, not investment recommendations. The world of investing is risky and always uncertain, so please do your own research always and consider consulting with a professional before making any financial moves. Remember, your investments are your responsibility, and I'm here to share insights, not guide your investment strategy. With that said, let's dive into the world of Bitcoin halving. So what is Bitcoin halving and why is it that important? Why are we talking about it? Bitcoin halving is an event that significantly changes the availability of Bitcoin, and it's making it a critical point of interest. That's what makes it a critical point of interest for both investors and traders. It happens every 4 years, roughly, and results in the halving of the reward that miners receive. This reduction means miners earn only 50% less Bitcoin for their efforts from now on. So we can imagine that already this concept is what's bringing interest. I mean, everything that becomes more rare with time, it also increases the value. We can see that with everything in life, gold, silver, I mean, everything that gets scarcity also becomes more valuable. And that's what Bitcoin has been known for. Every time this halving occurs, we can see a massive rally afterwards. So these are the halving, and we can just track them online. We're going to track them on our TradingView. And we can see that every time after a halving, so the halving in 2012 happened around here, after the halving, about a few months after, we get a surge in Bitcoin. What is important about it is that it's not only Bitcoin that rallies, it's the whole cryptocurrency market. So we can see that we move significantly up, then we calm down, then the next halving happened, same thing, a few months later we surge, massive rally is created, then we calm down. This was the one in 2020, we massively surged again, and then we calm down. We're here right now. So we can see the evolution of the price of Bitcoin as well as a bunch of other cryptocurrencies like Ethereum or Litecoin, Solana, XRP, I mean a bunch of them. Dogecoin for the fans. So basically what we can see also in this chart is that, first of all, it's really flattening. That's what, I mean, we are all noticing in the crypto community. The curve is flattening. So when we used to surge a lot, I mean in percentage, we're looking at less and less over time. We also can tell that every time a halving happens, we have to wait a few months and then the rally happen. And what does that mean when a rally happens? It means that we're passing the previous all-time high. And that happens a few months after a halving. Usually, for the halving of April 2024, we're in a little bit of a different position. Now, we already passed all-time high, and halving didn't happened yet. So we're really a little bit, our pattern is kind of broken, which is not ideal. But also we have different challenges for this rally. We also have the fact that the curve is like flattening, and we don't know, how much. It's totally possible that it's flattening a little bit and then surge again, but we have to expect and be reasonable. We have to expect that it's not going to go through. I don't expect it to reach $1 million for this rally. What I'm seeing more is about 100,000 and a little bit above that. My calculations bring me to about 120 to 160 roughly between these lines, but I could be totally wrong about that. So the halving, they affects Bitcoin supply mechanics as well, with the reward being cut in half. The production of new Bitcoins slowed down as well, and it leads to a reduced supply like we just talked about, scarcity. If demand remains steady or increases, which is the case because we're entering new rallies, so that basically means more and more people are entering the market because more money is entering the crypto market with every one of these rallies. This scarcity could potentially drive up prices. That's exactly what happens. Historically, like we just talked about, halving events have all the time, 100% actually of the time, being followed by bullish market activities. And that's what we discovered here. We're going to dive deeper in the charts, and we're going to study historically what we are looking at in terms of rally. People like me who study and work with divergences, these events are actually key. I'm watching that very closely because it involves identifying discrepancies between market prices and technical indicators, and they're just confirming that the market is about to go through a bullish period. But basically, think about it. This means we have less supply, but the demand raises. So just like the market, supply and demand, you know why now it involves, it results in a massive bull run. So let's take a look here. We are in 2016, and that's where the second halving is happening. And what we're seeing here is the halving, right? A little bit of a surge in price, but nothing spectacular. And then we have to wait a lot longer. We have to wait about, May 17, almost a year after. And only then we can see that the price is starting a bull run with Bitcoin. I say Bitcoin, but I mean the entire market of crypto, of course. We're seeing volume increasing, buying crazy, and then we're seeing Bitcoin reaching an all-time high here at the top. Okay. The all-time high being around 20K. So here we had to wait an entire year. Roughly a little bit of like 9 to 10 months, and before we actually saw anything happen from the halving. What we see next is after reaching all-time high, we're jumping down and we're trying to get a new high. We're not passing the 14K, and then we're dropping a little bit. So later on, and that's where we were at the second rally. It happened pretty quickly, but basically we had the surge in June 19, and in May, now we're looking at May 2020, and this is where the halving happened. This third rally, this third halving. And then when we see the price here, we're looking at it bull run only in November. So we had to wait several months. It got closer though. It did get closer. We didn't have to wait an entire year. I guess people got the hang of rallies and halvings at that moment, and they were ready. And we only had to wait about 6 months before starting the bull run. Then we can see at the top, we went back up. Oh, and we can see a divergence saying, oh, it's going to fall. So here we were going up, and then we made a high, we made a new high, and that was the last all-time high. We didn't pass, sorry, we didn't pass 70K. And so what happened is that as we made a high here, we made a new high, but our indicators, the RSI and the MACD, showed that these two tops were going down. So that massive divergence announced the end of the rally. That's totally what I will be looking for this rally. And so what happens now is that what happens then is that it was decreasing. Now, we are looking at a halving that it's occurring actually right now. It's not occurred yet. This is the fourth halving. So we are waiting for the halving to happen somewhere along these lines. So the 16th of April. Well, it's too close, but that's basically this yellow line. And we're already past all-time high. So the pattern has basically changed here, and we can see that we're already surging. We're already the rally has already started. I guess it just means that people got the hang of what a halving is and understood the pattern, and people have been preparing for this for a long time now. And as soon as the price is showing some health, then people rallied into the price of Bitcoin and other cryptos. And so that could explain what's happening in this rally. What is going to be the result of it, I am not sure. Either we can see something that, we can see a rally that surges a lot higher, deflattening the curve that we just saw, or, this curve, we could deflattening it by really surging high, or the result is going to be that the rally is going to end sooner, maybe 6 months sooner, which is something that people are not prepared. And this is usually what happens at the end of the rally. People are not prepared. What I'm going to do, I'm going to look at these divergences, because a divergence that occurs across several months, like what it did here, April to November, basically, it means that it's a giant divergence. It's a very important one. And it usually means, it's going to have repercussions on a lot of months as well, which basically means it's the end of the rally. As you can see here, the all-time high, the previous all-time high was this line, and we already passed it once. So the new all-time high is around here. I really apologize for all these lines. It's just me doing a lot of calculations on the charts, and they keep adding. I need to clean them up. But here, what we saw, a mini divergence, a mini bearish divergence that says that Bitcoin needed to dump a little bit. I do really think that Bitcoin is very overvalued right now in our time. It's being a little bit like 5K above what it should be to me. We're not completely ready to go back up. It could be surprising. People are very motivated in this rally, and it could be surprising. It could surge back up and cross their previous all-time high again. To me, though, it doesn't look very healthy. If it doesn't pull back a little bit, it should have pulled back at least to 57K, 50, at the very least 56K. To be healthy again. It had a massive divergence that showed that it was supposed to pull back a little bit, and it never did. It did, but not below 59, which is not great, because I consider a divergence to be fulfilled about 80, okay, let's say maybe 70% to 80% of the target price, which has not been reached yet here. So I'm also seeing a little bit of an M here, which is not too great, with a lower high, which is not super bullish. I see that we are going back up. That could be a W. That could be forming like actually a W, a weird, very weird W, but not exactly one, but something that looks like it at least. And we could be going back up right now. We're all looking at Bitcoin because it is driving this rally. Everything follows Bitcoin. It's like a giant tsunami, everything else behind it. Okay, I'm going to wrap up this closer look at Bitcoin halving and price and its potential impact on the crypto market as a whole. Whether you're a trader or just starting in your crypto journey, understanding these key events is really important to deepen your knowledge and enhance your trading decisions. If you find this analysis enlightening, do me a favor and hit that like button and consider subscribing for more valuable insight. Every click supports the channel and keeps the crypto conversation alive. The crypto landscape is always evolving, offering new opportunities to those who stay informed and engaged. Keep your eyes peeled for these divergences with me and stay curious. And together, let's navigate the ever-changing world of cryptocurrency. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.